Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ftrain Live. And today is another wonderful day on God's earth, and just super thankful that He leads me in the right way and knows. He tells me kind of what the right thing to do in a certain situation, and I'm just so happy that I make the choice to follow what he says, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the right thing to do. And yeah, so, oh, excuse me, coffee. So what went and worked out earlier this morning, and that was a good time, and did kind of just my usual full body workout that I like to do. And yeah, came back home, just kind of chilling and whatever. And that's one thing I want to share with you guys. I got a girlfriend now, and she's really great. And we're starting kind of a new relationship, and yeah, it's awesome. And just really happy that I'm with her now, and I she she helps me with my Twitch streaming too, so it's just really awesome, and really happy that she wants to be with me, and I'm really happy to be with her. So yeah. Anyway, there's that. That's a new thing in my life. I'm really happy about that, and yeah, 'cause she's just really awesome and really nice and fun, and just like being around her. And or no, I haven't met her yet, but like texting her and talking to her and stuff is great. So yeah, there's that, and just worked out earlier, got a new girlfriend, and or got a girlfriend, I should just say. And then yeah, so for the rest of the day, I'm gonna do some indoor golfing at this place called Smash Factory later, and so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, life is good. Like I was saying, like I'm really thankful to God that He kind of guides my decision making process and kind of keeps me on the right path. Because a lot of times I'll kind of want to steer off and be like, oh no, I can get away with this, but then God's like, no, come on, think about this, Matt. Like, you take it back to the right way. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, God. And then I do that, and then it feels a lot better, and I feel just awesome about myself and everything going on. So, yeah, super grateful that I'm listening to God more, and super grateful to be sober another day. And yeah, that's what I realized is like, just focus on being sober today, because if you start focusing on being sober forever, then it kind of gets a little away from you, and then you're kind of more likely to pick up again, in my opinion. But yeah, so like, just focus on right now, like this moment here, this present moment is the most important one, is the only one, right? So there's that. And yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode. It kind of got a little weird because I switched to slow-mo, so then I had to edit it down and blah blah blah. I won't bore you with the details. I'm working on I'm gonna be working on a mailbox project, video soon to come, with my good uncle Mark. And yeah, he's so nice, and he's going to be getting the materials for the project together. And I'm like going to be more like the research side, and like kind of how we're going to put it together. But he was so nice, and he's getting the materials for that. So we'll be working on that. The video for that will be coming soon, and look forward to that. And I don't know, we'll either kind of set up a camera setup, like with the tripod, or excuse me, I'll have mom record us or something. Either one of those. But yeah, excuse me. Yeah, like I think that's the lesson for today. Like God kind of shapes the little things in life, and then those kind of become the big things. And it's not like oh, God is like doing these really big things. It's more like okay, He's doing the little things that kind of become the big things. If that makes sense. But yeah, so super grateful, super happy for another day of sobriety. Yeah, I'm gonna be going to an AA meeting pretty soon, sometime. Been meaning to get back there. Um, yeah, we got the Smash Factory later. That'll be fun with probably at least one friend, maybe more. Um, and yeah, just really super happy. I got a girlfriend now, so that's awesome. And been a while since I've had a girlfriend, so now that I have a girlfriend, it's like, okay, great. This is really really cool. So that's awesome. Um, yeah. So let's see. Worked out earlier. That was good. Kind of just been doing like this, kind of like my own little intermittent fasting program. Like just kind of refrain from eating like for a kind of just do coffee and water in the morning, and then around like kind of mid afternoon I'll eat for a little bit, and then I gotta get better at like stopping that eating process because like once I start eating for the day, then it's kind of game over, and then I'm like, oh, like chocolate, peanuts, all this stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on that, like just eating in like the half hour time frame or like an hour time frame, and then when that hour time frame's over, then being like, oh, okay, we're good, don't need to eat anymore, because I think that's the best way to kind of enter the body into a fat burning mode that we all kind of want to be in, right? So we all want those the good looking bodies, but yeah, so. Oh yeah. So that's right. So got a library assistant job. I applied for that. Super excited to hear back from them and see what's up. And yeah, like tomorrow I'm gonna be going down to the community center and just kind of talking about my resume and kind of like just seeing what's what like with the jobs and like what kind of jobs they got available. And yeah, so that's happening sometime in the future. I got a girlfriend. That's great. Um, Worked out earlier. That's great. Yeah, just all these great things come into my life, you know. And I think what I have to thank for it is being sober. Like, and um, even though sometimes I'm like, being sober is boring, but you know, it's not boring. It's exciting. It's new. It's rewarding. I feel a lot better about myself, just from moment to moment, and I make a lot better decisions. And like I'm actually taking care of myself more and being a healthy person instead of kind of making unhealthy choices and doing unhealthy things. It just feels good to be sober, and um, it doesn't bother me if other people are like everyone can do what they want. Like I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you have to be sober like me, like because what have you. So like I'm just more like, this is my choice, and we all have our own choices, our own decisions. So yeah, we got all that going on. It's all all coming together, and um, yeah, kind of. I'm a lot more patient with myself. I've found that like I'm like now I'm a lot more forgiving and just like everything. Like I'm just so much more focused on what really matters instead of what doesn't matter, like, and what is essentially not important and kind of harmful. I used to focus on what was harmful just all the time, and now I'm like focusing on what's helpful and what's gonna make me a better human being. And that wasn't the case for a long time, and just kind of getting back to that. And it's I think it's a learning process. It's not going to happen overnight, right? So yeah, that's what I've kind of realized, is it's not going to happen overnight. And it still hasn't been that long. And like I kind of talked about the law of equivalent exchange. Like it was 7 years of kind of abuse of the body and the mind, and it's going to probably take about 7 years to kind of feel normal again from that abuse of body and mind that I was just constantly doing. And so yeah, that's that. And I think I could work on being more certain with like my words and my thoughts. Like that would definitely help. And because then I could kind of put people more at ease, like, oh, okay, like Matt's certain about this. He knows what's up. So yeah. Let's see. What else? Yeah, just really happy overall with the things happening in my life. I'm just much more zen and content. And not to say I don't still, like, sometimes I'll get nervous about like kind of like impending doom. I'm like, oh, like what's gonna happen? But then when I realize, I'm like, okay, well, like that impending doom, the potential, nothing I can do about it really. Um, but but if I can bring it on myself if I like start doing the wrong things. And so it's up to me to do the right things, because then if I start doing the wrong things, then that impending doom is actually going to happen, instead of like me thinking like, oh, it could happen. It won't happen if I am responsible and smart with my choices. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just super happy and content with life and the way things are going. I feel like I'm more conscious of like what's happening around me, and like how I impact what happens. I'm much more conscious of that, because before, like, I was like, oh, I do something terrible happens, like what? Like, I wouldn't understand. But like now I'm like, oh, you do something terrible, yeah, of course something terrible is gonna happen back to you. That's just basic math, like 1 + 1 = 2 kind of thing, like. So yeah, tentatively very happy, like, not even tentatively. I'm just very, very happy. Like, no need for the sensitive, because like I'm just more so certain now, like, of what I want and what I feel like needs to happen. I'm just like, okay, like, you got this, Matt. Like, you can do this now. Because like, before, like, even like last year when I was just starting to get sober, like, I was still really just kind of freaked out by things. And now I'm like starting to get a little less freaked out. I'm still probably a little freaked out, but like now I'm like, oh, okay, not super freaked out anymore, just kind of freaked out. But yeah, so we got the mailbox project incoming. That video is gonna be great. We worked out earlier. I got a new girlfriend. I got a girlfriend, so that's great. Um, yeah, life is good. Life is just life is good again, and it wasn't before, because I was just in the la la land of bad vibes and bad thoughts and emotions, and it was freaking everyone out, like, and I got to take responsibility for that. And now I'm like a lot more cool and calm and collected, and not freaking everyone out. I'm just kind of going with the flow, not trying to rub anybody the wrong way, trying to work with other people and collab, and it's just really, really satisfying, and it makes me feel happy. And yeah, I got like two guests I want to kind of get on, because I think they've expressed interest, so I'm gonna work on getting them on the podcast sometime soon, and which we can do because we have 2 wireless microphones, so that will be good. Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Might wrap this episode up pretty soon. Well, let's talk about what's important to us first. So we got family, friends, taking care of or working out. Okay, so let's start over. Family, friends, working out, taking care of yourself, and taking care of others. Remember, right? So we got those 5 things that are what's important, what really drives life, forward. What kind of keeps you humble, keeps you grateful, keeps you focused on the now, here and now. Yeah. So I mean, like, your past decisions affect who you are becoming. So it's really important to keep that in mind, I think. And I'm really happy that I have so many smart people in my life. Yeah, it's a daily, it's a day. Take it a day at a time, and don't become like Chicken Little, right? Like the sky's falling, like the sky could be falling, but like we'll deal with that in the right way. So there's no use like kind of like behaving in an erratic manner, because it just kind of makes things worse. So it's important to be respectful. It's important to be honest with yourself and with others. Yeah, I mean, I just love God. I love everyone on planet Earth. I love people on planet Earth. They're really good people, and yeah, I think focusing on like that oneness of self and environment, like, it's kind of a challenging thing to do, but when you break it down kind of simply, you find that you're kind of more able to adjust, I would say, better. And I feel like I'm getting better at this process, talking, and I'm just really happy that I got a girlfriend now, and I'm going to get a new job soon, and going to be working on a mailbox project with my uncle. It's just a lot of good things. I'm going to have a podcast guest on. So many great things. I'm sober now. Like, wow, it's just, thank you, God. I just have so many blessings in my life. And yeah, like sometimes I feel like I don't, and I'm like, what? No, dude, like, you got so many great things like going on. So yeah, I think life is good. I think it took me a while to realize that, but yeah, and I was always so focused on like my limitations and like what I couldn't do, that I think focusing on what I couldn't do actually was kind of harming and holding me back from what I was capable of. And so then when I'm like really just focusing on what I'm capable of and allowing that to work its magic, like, I'm actually able to like do the things I'm capable of and do them well and do them for others. And I think others start to notice that, and it's like, oh, okay, great, that's awesome. So yeah, life is just, I'm really happy, and I really am more conscious of my happiness and just the overall direction my life is going. I'm way more aware of it. yeah, I think I'll wrap up the episode for now. I kind of got everything I wanted to talk about out, and just really, again, said it before, but thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Really means the world to me that you guys are out there, in the universe watching these videos and taking the time to sit down and be like, oh, like Matt's got an episode, like, oh man, it's so cool thinking like that people are looking forward to another Ftrain live episode. Just my silly little podcast, people like watching it. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow. I will record another episode tomorrow, and it'll be up tomorrow. But this episode will be up later today. And see you on the next episode. You guys are the best. Bye.